Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. So DOT has potentially started to reverse. I mean, it's a bit too early to really confirm that the low is in there, but the market has reacted again once more to that support area here, which is located between $5.77 and $6.60. Some charts, have formed a higher low there. DOT hasn't. So on the DOT chart, the so-called 1-2 setup that we were tracking got invalidated, but it doesn't really mean much because we're still in the overall support area. So it doesn't change the overall assumption on the chart, which means that we could still get one more high in wave 5, which we are tracking actually on our DOT long-term chart. By the way, as members, if you join as a silver or gold member, you get access on Discord to our live charts, all of them. So you see immediately when something is changing. There's typically a note being sent out when something is changing, but if you want to take your time to study these or integrate them into your own trading view, you can do that. But you see here this pullback is quite deep, so ideally it's not going to go down much lower. 570 for me, I mean, I'm going to give it that space, but that's all the rope it's going to get. Any break below 570 on a sustained basis would mean that something different must be playing out. There are other scenarios that could apply here, like a triangle or something, but it is not anything I would really want to consider until we really break support and until the market tells me that I have to. So idea is still that we can get one more high in this cycle, possibly targeting the area around $14, $16.50, but we need a bit of a reaction here first. Now looking at the smaller time frame, you can see that this here is considered a wave 4 pullback, as I said. It is a WXY structure. The Y wave is an A, B, C structure. That C wave formed a nice 5-wave move. I mean, it's all complete. Careful. If I say it's complete, it doesn't mean it has to turn around. It just means that the minimum requirements for this downside move are absolutely fulfilled. So the market doesn't need to go any lower. It could have bottomed already here on the 20th. Didn't, but as I said, some coins are holding a higher low. Some just don't. Some are just a little bit weaker, some aren't. And maybe on some exchanges it did hold a higher low, but this here is Binance, so it's, you could say the leading one, more or less. So what we now need to see next to confirm further that this is, that this is actually a successful upside reversal, I need to see the market break above the last high, which is located here around $6.87. And I also need DOT to form a higher low. Now, I don't have a confirmed top yet, so I'm adding a support region here. But if the price pushes a little bit higher, and it might still do that, maybe it will even reach that 687 level before a pullback starts. But if it pushes a little bit higher, I will adjust the micro support area together with it, to that level. I can call it potentially a 5-wave move up. It's just too small, that is just a wave degree and a time frame that is too small to really confirm, this is a 5-wave move up. But the green candles are promising. What we really need is in the first higher low for it to form in the first pullback for it to form a higher low. And what we're tracking here is a potential 1-2 setup like this, This is what I would track in this move to the upside, and we need a break above the green line to confirm further that we are actually on the move to the upside in this 5-wave pattern. Now, please be aware that this is a larger diagonal pattern that we're tracking, which started down here in August. Here, and because this is a diagonal pattern to the upside, the pullback, it is deep, that's one thing. But also the move to the upside, it doesn't necessarily need to generate 5-wave structures. It could also move up in corrective structures, because in a diagonal pattern, each of the subwaves, and so that would also be the case for circle wave 5, is an ABC structure, right? It's corrective in nature. So it's messy, it's going to be a bit messy. It doesn't necessarily need to form a 5-wave move. That's just something very important to consider. So not that you necessarily expect a 5-wave move. We're always watching for it. We're always going to be watching for it because it is just the most straightforward pattern to track. But it's not guaranteed. And it's also not a prerequisite for the price to go higher. So yeah, that's the update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.